You know what? It's so easy for her to manipulate you guys because it's his child and it's a sensitive topic. And that's what makes it very hard. For me as well. Just as hard as it's for you to hear. And kids could be manipulated too. She's 21.
Baby daddy, baby mama drama. Y'all always antagonize the baby mama. Why is she always in the wrong?
Hey y'all, it's Destiny, and yes, Renee from Butte D and the Bunch family, yes, she did respond to what Devall's daughter, I'm gonna call her Kiki, she actually responded to what Kiki has been saying. And Renee came with all the receipts. It's starting to look like Devall is not the deadbeat father they're trying to make him out to be. It's also sounding like Renee isn't this terrible person that Kiki's family and mother want everybody to think she is. But I'm definitely going to let y'all decide, and I'm going to tell you my perspective at the end of this video. So we're going to get into Renee's video. This is on Butte D and the Bunch family. Definitely go watch her full video. It was over an hour long. Let's get into it.
Let me just start by saying this. I blame her mother. I blamed her mother since day one. I have been talking exactly my experience on social media that I had with her mom. And unfortunately, the child had to suffer for that. In this video, I'm going to show her picture and her face because she decided to show her face and come up with a story to, I guess, to make her mother look better and to, I don't know. But let's begin, you guys. So we're going to start with her. I'm going to go through what she said, you guys, and then I'm going to reply from there.
So for those of you that know, you know, and for those of you that don't know, you're about to find out. I am 20. I turned 21 this year in August. I'm not a teenager. I'm not a child. All of these situations and events happened when I was a teenager, when I was in high school, and whatever else when I was growing up. So the first thing I'm going to speak on is I've never disrespected Renee. I don't even talk to Renee. Like, I haven't had Renee's phone number in God knows how long. That's if I even had her phone number ever since I've had a phone.
Okay, as far as the disrespecting part comes, you guys, I don't have time to get so deep into it. We'll probably even get to that later once we get deep into the thing. But like you guys heard, she said herself.
So Kiki is saying that she's never disrespected Renee. She hasn't talked to Renee in a long time. And this is what Renee had to say to that.
She doesn't even talk to me. We don't talk. We have not had a relationship since she was way younger. I don't know, maybe about 13 years old was the last time she wanted to be around me. If you guys pay attention to the story, listen to the story, please tell me at the end of this video how many times do you hear her say what I've done? What I've done to make her feel the way she feels, okay?
So, just know, I used to literally love the ground this woman walked on. Like, growing up, I used to call her mama. Like, I literally used to put her over my own mother. Like, it was a situation that happened where my mom literally had to call the police on them to get me back because I didn't want to go home to my mom and they didn't want to give me to my mom.
Okay, when she says she used to love me and worship the ground that I walked on, she is correct. If you guys have been following me for a very long time, you guys know that I've always said she loved me so much. She loved me so much. We used to be so tight and so cool. I'm going to show you guys how tight and cool we were. And as a matter of fact, they had a couple of situations, and she's correct. Her mom was upset about how close she was to me.
So it sounds like Kiki's mother was getting jealous by the relationship that Renee and Kiki had. Because we have to remember that Kiki said herself she was looking at Renee as more of a mother than her own mother. And that is something that she never explained why. Why as a child did she see Renee as more of a mother than her own? Why was she so comfortable calling Renee mom and not wanting to go home with her mom?
I'm going to name one story. I was in his sister's house one day, Melissa's home. And she was playing with me as usual. Y'all see how I am with kids. I treat kids. I love me some kids, okay? She gets in trouble. She gets screamed at by her aunt, my husband's sister, Melissa. She gets screamed at by her. She's like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? She's like, doing what? She says to her, you see your mommy sitting right there and you being all over that girl. Because that's what she called me. She called me that girl for the 10 years of our marriage. She never called me by my name. She says, you all over that girl and your mother, and you see your mommy sitting right there.
So Renee did post a lot of videos and pictures of her with Kiki and all the children, them going out, doing stuff. They had a lot of fun with her. And if the story that Renee is saying is true, where the aunt of Kiki is telling her not to be around that girl, or why are you having fun with that girl over your mother, that clearly is something that probably stuck in Kiki's brain and started to change how she felt.
So that, yes, she did have a problem with it. However, whatever happened between them, that has nothing to do with me. I cannot help that. However her mama feels about a situation, there's nothing I could have done about that. What did she want me to do? Treat her badly or push her away? And yes, she did start calling me mama, which is going to lead me into the next story about her saying that she just doesn't want to be around all of us. She went from calling me mom and say she loves me and all of that. But what happened? Because she went from saying that to every other message saying, that's not my mama. That's not my mama. I don't want to be around her.
And I also want to point out that Kiki was saying that Devall just wasn't there for her growing up. He wasn't around, but with the pictures and videos that Renee posted, you can clearly see that in each picture and each video, she was getting older. So Devall, Renee, they were all around. And it does make you wonder what made her change to calling Renee mama to that's not my mom. What happened?
I don't want to be around her. I just want to be around you. And that's not my mama. So you guys put two and two together. If she has not explained in this video, she hasn't said anything. I have no idea what I've done. What happened between her loving me the way she said she loved me, and between her saying she's not my mom, she doesn't want to be around me.
And I play about a lot of things, but I don't play about my mama. Like, she has never been no bitter baby mama. Like, she has never been the one to feed me lies and negativity about my father. She let me get my own opinion and come to my own conclusions about what kind of man he is. So everybody can dead that situation with saying, oh, she's bitter, this, that, and the third. Because at the end of the day, my mama stood on business, and child support or no child support, she took care of me the best way she could and the best way she know how.
So this is when we get into hearing Renee talk about the bitter baby mama situation. Kiki is saying that her mom is not bitter, she's never been bitter, and all of that is not true. Now it's time to hear Renee's side of things and what she's seen throughout the years.
Okay, so this part I'm not speaking against her. I'm going to try to respect her as much as I can during this video, because at the end of the day, she's still my husband's child. As far as her saying her mother is not a bitter baby mama, you guys do me a favor, please go through every last one of my story times, and I tell you detail after detail of what this girl has done to me and bullied me for 10 years, okay? This is her.
So Renee wrote, we really need a story time from her. She putting her child out there for something that her fault. So apparently this is Kiki's mother. Let me know in the comment section, do you think Kiki's mom should come out here and tell her side? And let me know if you think that she is the one putting her daughter up to doing this.
We'll speak about that later. I don't have time to sit here and explain how she's not. This part where she says, yes, she made a decision not to come over at all. You guys know that I have shared the story about her saying she was on the phone with her dad and she told her dad that she doesn't want to be around 13 people. The 13 people is her siblings, my children, her dad's children. If you pay attention to what she's saying, first of all, there's nothing wrong with her one-on-one time. She has never called and said, I need you to come over here and let me and you spend the day. If she has, I need her to post it, I need her to say it. She has never asked for no one-on-one time.
Now this is something that Kiki said in her video. She made it seem like Renee did not want her to spend quality time with her own father by herself. She said that she expressed to her father that she wanted to spend time with just him and she was not allowed to. So obviously Renee is saying she has never told them that that's something that she's wanted, so they didn't know that. And Renee is also saying that if she did want to do that, she has no problem. That's his daughter. Of course they can have that time. But Renee is saying that she's never heard about that. She's never expressed that, so they didn't know.
The reason how the one-on-one time came about is, you guys, we were in California, and for some reason she always calls when we on vacation. I'm gonna prove this to you too. She calls when we're on vacation, when I have babies, and on my birthday to ask for things. So we're in California. In the conversation, he says, oh, you know that you're welcome to our home. You know that you're welcome to our home, and you know Renee loves you. She has no problem with you. You always welcome here. And she says, yeah, about that. She says, I have boundaries. I don't want to be around 13 people. So it's not like she specifically asked for a one-on-one time. So I don't want her to make that a narrative as if that's what she was seeking. Obviously, she's saying herself she didn't want to come over. You didn't come over at all because he didn't spend a one-on-one time with you.
So from what Renee is saying, Kiki said to them that she has boundaries and she doesn't want to spend time with 13 people. So I guess this is her way of saying that she just wants time with her dad by herself. But you know what they say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. But I guess in Kiki's way, this is her saying that she wants time with her father without everybody else around.
It makes sense. She's saying it herself, okay? So when we were getting her periodically when she was younger, her mom was keeping her away. But and then she got older, she became exactly like her mom. She felt exactly like her mom, started talking exactly like her mom, and made the decision to not come around. And I guess it's because she just wanted him. And she said it plenty of times in conversations that she does not want to be around me. I am not her mother. And I don't understand how and it's not I'm not really crying about it anymore. It's been years. Yes, it hurt my feelings, but I just want you guys to let me know like how she went from calling me mom to saying I'm not her mother.
Now, if you want my opinion, it's starting to look like Kiki's mom is influencing her. If you think about the little bit of jealousy with the mom seeing that Renee and Kiki are so close and the daughter is calling her mom, obviously that can make her upset. Now, Kiki also mentioned that every time she's on the phone with her dad, Devall, Renee always has to chime in and say her 2 cents, and she even said that Renee takes the phone and talks to her instead of allowing her to talk to her dad. So this is what Renee had to say to that.
Okay, so the part about her saying that I am when I include myself in every conversation, she just said at the beginning of the message that she doesn't talk to me. Like, if I included myself in the conversation, I don't speak to her. I have included myself in one conversation, and that was that conversation in California when she mentioned she didn't want to be with 13 kids. No, I did not say anything. When she mentioned that, I was still quiet. And if you know, you guys, I'm always next to my husband, and it'd be weird because we already know it's about to be some bullshit because they call randomly way after whatever, and we already know it's about to be something. Like what? And you guys know my family, we're together so much all the time. I'm never alone, and I feel like that's what they want. They just wanted to tear that apart. Okay.
So it sounds like Renee is saying that because Kiki has never expressed that she wants one-on-one time with her dad, and she enjoyed having time with her siblings, Renee and her dad, with her recently saying she doesn't want to be around 13 people and it's such a problem. Obviously, Renee is confused and doesn't understand what happened. They're always together. They're always doing stuff as a family, all of them together. So it sounds like Renee isn't saying that she doesn't want Kiki to have time with her dad, but it sounds like it's more to it, and it's not just her wanting to spend time with him. It's her and her family trying to break them up.
So I said something one time, you guys, when she kept ramming into his head about how much of a witch that I am and saying the whole family doesn't like her. Obviously, she's the problem. You have to open your eyes. The whole family thinks don't like her. She's obviously the problem. Meanwhile, when she says that, she just keeps saying the whole family don't like me and I'm the problem. Not once can she say what I've personally done. I want them to sit down and say, Renee has done this to me.
Now, one thing from Kiki's video, I do remember her saying that she messed up relationships between Devall and the family. Renee has messed up relationships between her and their family. I think she even said that nobody likes her or something like that. But that is true. I don't remember her ever saying specifically what Renee has done. But now we're hearing that they feel like Renee is a witch and she's bad for the whole situation.
Renee yelled at me. Renee yelled at me. You know what she told me one day? She told me one day, I'm not your mama. Please, what, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to say that. They're only going to say how about, she's only mentioning how much she doesn't want to be around me. Nothing, not yet. I'm waiting, and not yet has she said anything that I've done to her.
So that's Renee telling everybody that they have never specifically said that she's done anything wrong. They just say they don't like her and none of the family likes her. And Renee even gave an example as to say, y'all have never said I yelled at her. I've never said I'm not her mom. Like, what did she do?
Like, you're a kid and I get it. I'm quiet all the time, but you can't expect me to shut up constantly. Keep me, like, stop talking about me. You don't get to tell my husband I'm a witch because guess what I did say to her on the phone to her? When she was mentioning all of this on the phone to her, you know what I was screaming? I did nothing to you. I love you so much. I did nothing to you. Why are you always doing that? What have I done to you? What have I done to you? That's what she's talking about.
Now, I wanted to point this part out because Kiki obviously said that Renee is always getting the phone from Devall and not allowing them to have a conversation. And that is Renee saying that she only was saying, what has she done to her? She's never done anything. She loves her. She took care of her. Renee doesn't understand why Kiki doesn't like her anymore.
I wouldn't have had nothing to say had she not said anything about me. Think about it. So now this next part is a big allegation. She says that he put himself on child support because he knew that he wasn't going to be the father that she needed to be in his life. That's a huge allegation, right? I have the child support papers here.
This is another important part because Kiki did tell everybody that Devall put himself on child support because he knew that he wouldn't be able to be the father that she actually needed. Now this part definitely stands out to me because I've never heard of someone putting themselves on child support because they didn't want to be a father. Usually you hear the man running away, not wanting to do anything. So Renee ended up showing the child support paperwork. I'm not going to show it on here because it does have sensitive information, some names, some things like that. But it definitely looks real. It definitely looks legit. And obviously it's showing that Kiki's mother is the one that put Devall on child support.
Now that we established that he didn't in fact put himself on child support, let's dive into the true story about what happened. And if you guys want him to share the story, and I actually think that he's going to make his own story time because he's tired of it and he needs to speak up for himself because he's just too quiet being bullied his whole life. He needs to speak up for himself on his point of view because, and by the way, this video has nothing to do with him or their relationship. This video has everything to do with me and being the reason why they don't have a relationship for no reason, because I am always the fucking reason and always being brought up. So do I not say nothing? Should I shut up?
So it sounds like Renee is saying that she had to come out here and make a video and say something because Kiki was talking about her. And I'm guessing she's saying that if Devall's daughter came out here and just talked about their relationship and the issues between them and wanting to have a relationship with him, maybe Renee wouldn't have needed to make a video. But let me know what y'all think about that in the comments.
And she wrote him a note while he was living at his aunt's house, and the note stated, and by the way, I found this note when I moved in with him, and I threw all the things away because we discarded everything that belonged to her. So I've seen this note myself 15, 16 years ago. And the note stated that she was sorry the baby's not his, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember everything the note says, but that's what it is. The baby wasn't his. She wrote it in a letter.
So it sounds like Kiki's mother wrote a letter to Devall and said that the baby was not his. So obviously saying that Kiki was not Devall's baby.
Literally. And then when the baby was born, Devall called and asked, can he come see the baby? She said no, he cannot come see the baby because the baby's daddy is going to see the baby, which was supposedly the baby's daddy. His name is Edwin. Where you guys, Edwin ended up, her second child right now belongs to Edwin. She thought that his kid was Edwin's to begin with. And she has a second child by him right now again.
Kiki's mother didn't even know who her baby daddy was. Or maybe she was just trying to make it seem like it wasn't Devall's baby. I don't really know.
Okay, so now that we got that out the way. Yeah, so eventually, and Devall did continue to take care of the kid. Oh, that's what she stated, that he was taking care of her, even though he couldn't even see her at the hospital.
So Renee did end up posting more paperwork, and it does show that Kiki's mother said that Devall was actually taking care of the baby, even though he didn't know if it was his or not.
How is that her dad who puts himself in child support because he knows he's not going to take care of her? How? She knew, he didn't even know it was his kid, and he was still there, and she stated that herself about this $2,000 a month child support. Okay, I've never said that I paid $2,000 in child support. What happened? Well, I'm going to tell you guys the exact story, exactly how it goes, and the truth. So you guys know that my husband lost his job.
So in my previous video, I did question why he wasn't able to pay child support because Kiki did say he wasn't paying. So Renee is saying that he did lose his job, and she's also going to make a point to say that she was paying the child support for him. So it wasn't that he wasn't paying, they were paying.
He lost his job in 2019. You guys know his story's out there. He cried. Y'all go watch the video. I will tag it, okay? He lost his job. As soon as he lost his job, you guys, I began to make it on social media. Now, I was running my platform. I made the money separately. I was doing my thing while he was working. He lost his job, and as soon as he lost his job, not too long after that, she goes to file for child support increase. Now, keep in mind, he didn't pay for like a couple of weeks after losing his job, and he had to like switch papers. I don't know how it went because she was in the system at his job, okay? So I don't know how it went. So he didn't pay for a couple of weeks, which was $2,000, and I guess it was $2,000 that it accumulated throughout those couple of weeks, all right? Now, keep in mind, those $2,000 I had to pay because I started making it on social media, which they know, okay?
So obviously Renee was saying that the $2,000 was because Devall couldn't pay for 2 weeks. So does that mean Devall was actually paying $1,000 a week for Kiki? That was his child support amount?
So I paid the $2,000, and I continued paying her child support until the age of 18. I think she had to have been 15 at the time. I have been financially paying her child support since then. I paid that $2,000. The reason why the $2,000 was being brought up is because...
So Renee is saying that she was paying child support for Kiki from 15 to 18. So it makes you wonder, where was the money going? Clearly the mother was getting it, but what happened to it after that? Is it possible that Kiki was not seeing that money, and that's why she felt like her dad wasn't doing anything and wasn't helping her out?
We paid the $2,000, and a couple of days later, 3 times out of a row, she had asked for braces, she had asked for money to go to the mall, and she had asked for a cell phone.
So like I said, yes, Renee has all the receipts. So Kiki said, can you buy me a phone, please? And Renee said after he tells her no, she doesn't respond and goes ghost. So Renee was paying the child support, and clearly Kiki's mother wasn't using it on her. I don't know what she was doing with the money. It clearly wasn't going to her daughter. So Renee also posted this screenshot, and this is Kiki's mother texting Devall. And if you look at the date, this is a day after Devall told Kiki no, he can't get the phone. I wanted to point out these text messages because this is the braces situation, and after Devall said he can't do it because of Christmas and he already sent Kiki's mother $2,000 in child support, Kiki said, okay, thanks for letting me know. And this made me wonder, did she not know her mother had just gotten $2,000 in child support? Did her mother not tell her? And why didn't some of that money go towards the braces?
All within the same 1 to 2 weeks. Right after I worked so hard, and they got one lump sum, and she asked literally for that. I mentioned the $2,000 because what her dad told her was, we had just sent you $2,000. Please ask your mom for the money. If you don't know that I sent you money, I sent your mom money just recently, so ask her for that money because she should have it.
And that's why I think that Kiki's mother has not told her everything. I'm starting to think that she didn't even know that her mom was getting child support for her. She made a comment and said that he wasn't paying and that he had to pay back child support, and that's why he had to pay $2,000. So Renee also posted these screenshots. Go ahead and pause to read if you would like to, but it's just proving that Devall was sending Kiki's mother money so that she can go out, so she can do things, and clearly Kiki was not getting it. Now, is it possible that Kiki was getting the money but she just wanted more? Yes, but it's starting to look like maybe the mom was keeping the money and not giving it to her daughter.
I'm sorry, but he doesn't have to send extra money for phones or braces or anything outside of that. And can I please clarify? Let me tell you his real child support amount. His real child support amount was $545 monthly for one child for her, and he was also paying $118 per week for insurance, private insurance, while her mom also had Medicaid. And I don't know about this because I'm not going to claim that I know everything, but my husband always used to tell me she could take me off of this private insurance because she has Medicaid. I don't know why she's keep being selfish and keeping me on there. So even while also paying child support, he was paying $118 a week, which was $500 and something a month.
So the daughter's mother was on Medicaid insurance, and then she had Devall paying for private insurance for their daughter. And Devall was saying that Kiki should be on the same insurance that her mother's on so that they don't have to pay out of pocket, and he doesn't have to pay an extra amount of money on top of the child support. And I don't know much about that either, so let me know down in the comment section, is that something her mother could do?
Child support, he was paying $545, which means he was paying damn near $1,000 altogether every month. Why should we pay for braces out of our pockets? Meanwhile, I had just started making it on social media that time. I did not have the money they thought I had. I didn't even have money for braces. Keep in mind, I have 5 kids. I have to pay the debt that I've owed. You guys know that I did story time. God brought me so far, and they know this. I had to do story time. I had to come out of my house that was in foreclosure. I had lost my car. I had lost everything. I had to come out of all of that, and since day one, they had their hands out, saying, I want this, I want that. She had her daughter contacting us for braces, phones, cars, dogs, every single item I just named.
So we all heard that Renee said that she believes that Kiki's mother is the one that has her out here asking for all of this money. So it's starting to sound like the mother does not like Renee and doesn't like that Renee and Kiki had a relationship, but she does like that Renee is making money and she wants that.
That I just made it on Facebook. I just made it on Facebook. And it's crazy because during this time she's saying I'm not her mother, I'm not her mother, I'm not her mother. But you literally are operating by income that's coming from me, not her mother. If I'm not your mother so much, why are you pocket watching me so much? Why are you going for child support increases so much? Why are you going for an increase when your baby daddy lost their job randomly?
Now on this situation, I've heard people saying different things. They're saying that she made Devall quit his job. She's saying that he lost his job. Let me know in the comment section, which one is it? And does Renee have a point in saying that it's not fair to her that they don't want a relationship with her, but they do want the money that she's making?
Who goes for just an increase just for nothing? And then, by the way, she knew what was up because she never showed up to court. She went for an increase. I did a story time on her doing an increase. We went to court. She never showed up for that increase. She didn't really need that increase. She just wanted my money from my social media money. And I have multiple stories. I've said the same thing over and over and over. I've said the same story over and over and over again. I will not fucking let them bully me again. I'm going to speak up for myself over and over again. And just, you know what? It's so easy for her to manipulate you guys because it's his child. And it's a sensitive topic.
Yes, I agree. It definitely is a sensitive topic. And I was thinking that Devall just didn't want to be a father. But now with all these receipts, with everything that Renee has shown, it looks like Devall has always wanted to be a father, even before he knew that this was his baby. Kiki has talked about how Renee and Devall had to kidnap her from her mother just to spend time with her. And I even questioned, why would they need to do that if the mother wants the father to be around? Why were there no conversations on when he can get her and when the mother can have her? But it's starting to look like the mom did not want Kiki around Renee and Devall. And maybe that hatred actually rubbed off on Kiki.
And that's what makes it very hard. For me as well. Just as hard as it's for you to hear. And kids could be manipulative too. She's 21.
So Renee put a lot of screenshots in the video and I wanted to show y'all some. So in Kiki's video, she did say she wanted to be cool with her siblings. She wanted to talk to them and Renee wouldn't allow her to. But Renee says she's never been soft, inviting, or loving towards my kids. Since 14 or 15, she started being kind and nice to them because of social media. Renee also said it's so weird hearing her say her brothers and sisters. She called them 13 people last time we spoke. And here Kiki said, my phone has been broken for a month and I need a new phone. She said, sir. And then Devall said, I don't have a job. I can't use Renee money, especially if you have a problem with her. And Renee said after he tells her no, she doesn't respond and goes ghost. And obviously this is around the time where she was still getting child support, and Renee said that she was paying it. So once again, I'm wondering what happened to the child support money? Why weren't the things that this child needed being taken care of by the mother with the child support money that she was getting? Renee also posted this screenshot of a message that Devall sent to Kiki, and he said, we need to somehow get on a schedule to where I can see you more. Your mama had a problem with me coming to get you last time, so you need to talk to her so we can spend time together. I don't know if she knows you are asking me for money. If she does and she's okay with you doing that, she should be okay with you coming over. At the end of the day, I don't have money. If I ask Renee for money, it's embarrassing for me to give out her money, and I don't get to see you. So this is Devall saying he wants to see her, he wants to spend time with her, and remember, Kiki said that he never would spend time with her. She specifically said that he said he was going to get her, she would wait by the door, and he would never show up. Renee also posted this and said she never responds as usual until months later, like nothing happened. And this was a text message about she needed money, and Devall was saying that he did send her money to her mom and she should have gotten it. Devall also mentioned that the $2,000 was a lot of money and it's messed up for her mom to not give it to her. He mentions that the money is to take care of Kiki, and it looks like the mother is not giving her the money. And Renee also let us know that Kiki's mother has been trying to talk to Devall. Now this screenshot says 2 months ago, and Renee said the mama. So I'm guessing Kenya Muffin is Kiki's mom, and she said, I had your back more than your spine. I'll never forget those days. And this was obviously on a live stream that Devall was doing. Here's another screenshot, and it says, I had your back more than your spine. And then another one, and it says, hey, miss you, Devall. So clearly the mom does have some feelings about Devall that maybe even her daughter doesn't even know. And Renee also posted this, a long message that Devall sent to his daughter. And Renee said some of the many messages sent by her daddy. And these are some more messages of Kiki and Devall texting. I guess Devall sent her a gift for Christmas. And more text messages of Devall inviting Kiki to go out and do things together. And I also wanted to point out this message because Renee said in her video that they would go up to the school and see Kiki and they would spend time with her. They would bring her gifts and treats and whatever she wanted. And once Kiki's mom found out, she went up to the school and told them not to allow them to go see her anymore. Now, like I said, if this is true, definitely giving bitter baby mama. Because if the father is going up to the school, having fun with the child, spending time with them, buying them things, why would you be upset by that? And these are more text messages of Kiki and Devall talking about going to get lunch together. And I also wanted to point this message out right here because Renee said the last message she sent while in Michigan after her mom put her out. So yes, y'all heard that right. It looks like Kiki's mother kicked her out of the house for some unknown reason. Now there's so much more to this video. That wasn't even half of it. Like I said, the video was over an hour long. So if you do want me to do a part 2 of reacting to this situation, let me know down in the comments. But it is starting to look like this might be a bitter baby mama situation. With all these text messages, receipts, pictures, everything, it's starting to look like Kiki's mother is the problem. Renee has so many receipts of them trying to reach out to her, them trying to get her and spend time with her. And for some reason, her mom has blocked it every single time. And then it looks like Kiki got to an age where she started to block her dad, not really wanting to spend much time with him. And it looks like the child support, the insurance money, all of that was not going towards Kiki. Now that's just my opinion on this, but I would love to know yours in the comment section. Now Kiki also did another video on her TikTok, and this is what she had to say.
I got a question. And don't shoot the messenger, please don't. But why whenever it's some baby daddy, baby mama drama, y'all always antagonize the baby mama? Why is she always in the wrong? Like, everybody in my comments like, well, why did he have to kidnap you? Why was she keeping him away from you? To clear a little bit of that up, he had a court order. He was not getting me like he was supposed to. Call and be like, hey, come and get you. Pack my shit. Sit and wait for him. He never come.
Now see how this really doesn't make any sense, because if he had to go and kidnap you, why would he do that if he really didn't want to see her? Just think about it, y'all. If she's saying that she would pack her bags and he would never show up, then why would he even go as far as to kidnap her? If he didn't want to see her at all, why would he even go to the trouble of having the police called on him just for trying to see her?
He did that consistently till it got to the point where my mom was just like, she fed up with it. Why you keep getting my daughter hopes up? I don't know, y'all really be putting these niggas on a pedestal that they don't need to be on. And it'd be hilarious, because y'all think this is just so okay for men to do the things that they do, but antagonize the mom. Like, everybody's not a bitter baby mama. Everybody's not evil. Cut it out.
So it looks like Kiki is saying that there were so many times where Devall did not pick her up like he was supposed to, and that's when the mother said, no, you're not getting her anymore. And then I guess with the mother saying you're not getting her, that's when Devall decided to pick her up when the mother didn't know. But y'all gotta let me know what you think about this situation. What do you think about Renee's video? What do you think about all the text messages and videos and pictures that she showed? What do you think about Kiki's videos? In my opinion, it looks like Kiki's mom did not tell her everything, and that is what's clouding her judgment. It does look like the mother might be kind of bitter. Maybe she's missing what she had with Devall based on those messages on his live streams, if that was really her. It's really unfortunate that this happened to this family. I truly hope that they can see each other's side. Maybe something can be resolved and everybody can have a good relationship. Just let me know all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you in the next one.